Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Monday Night with Mama Bear. Um, I am tonight is the last night of our big sale. So I hope everybody has been pushing and doing the things and um, all the things that they need to be doing in order to maximize this for sure. So hopefully, hopefully you have done that. If not, then you got a lot of work to do when you get off of the when you get off tonight, right? So I would do whatever you had to do in order to get as many people. And I'm going to tell you like a little story. Um, I talked to a girl last week about a pretty big size kit. She was an old customer and she wanted to she was talking to me about coming back and all this kind of stuff. And so she said she had to go on vacation. So I sent her a message on Saturday and I said, I know you're on vacation, but just in case, you see this, wanted to make sure that you knew that we had like a 30% off sale. She ghosted me, didn't say anything. Now, a lot of people would say, well, I don't want to bug them. Well, guess what? This morning I said, this is the last day of that sale. I know you wanted these things. Are you still, let's get it today. Are you still wanting to get it? Let's get it today. And she sent me a message. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you reminded me. I saw that, meant to respond to you. And, she's got a 4-year-old. So all this happened. She's like, let's do it. So not only was it a 400-point order, but it's also a partner. So I told her about being a partner and don't ever leave that out. That's kind of like what we're going to talk about tonight. So we're going to talk about, tonight we're going to talk about listen and don't assume. So listen first, sell smart, and make sure you're selling the opportunity. So this is something that can make or break your singular business. And that is using your ears and listening to people. Too often, we just assume that we know what somebody needs and we jump straight to selling them a product, but the best leaders, they listen first and find out what somebody needs. So I don't remember where I was at, and I don't remember who told this story to begin with, and I don't know where I heard it, but it hit home with me, like so much so that I've got it written in like 3 books. And I saw it this afternoon. I was like, that's what we're going to talk about tonight, because I think so many times people go to the easy instead and just want to get maybe their X5 or just want to get that one more person, or they're so anxious about getting something they don't stop and listen. So there was a guy that worked at this home improvement store, Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever, whichever one. And he told everybody he's the best salesman around. He could sell anything. He was good. And one day there was a customer that came in and he was looking at doors, and this guy saw his chance. He went up to this customer and he started rattling off everything about the doors, how strong they were, how beautiful they look, how big they were, how they were the perfect choice. He never let the customer get a word in edgewise after he found out he wanted doors. So he closed the sale. He sold that guy 14 doors. A door for every opening in his house. He sold all the doors. He rushed him to the checkout, set up the delivery, sent that guy on his way, and he made a big old sale of doors. But right before the guy walked out of the Home Depot, there was another salesman that stopped this guy, and he just asked one question. He's like, hey, I saw you got some doors. What are you building? And the customer said, I'm building a house. That changed everything. That salesman, that second salesman said, well, do you need anything else for the house? And guess what? Yeah, I need everything. I need siding. I need flooring. I need paint. I need windows. I need roofing. I need concrete. Everything. So the second salesman spent the rest of the day listening to what he needed, taking him to each department, answering the questions, and getting him everything he needed for his big goal. not the goal of putting a door in an opening, but the goal of building this huge house. So not only did the guy sell him way more than just doors, but he also built a relationship with him during that time. And from that day forward, whenever this man needed anything for his house, guess who he called? Guess who the first person was that he went to see? The one who listened to him. So, my question to you is, are you selling doors, or are you helping people build their whole house? Because with Singular, you can sell somebody a bottle of GLPX. You can sell somebody a bag of clear protein, or you can take time to listen, understand what they really need, understand their goals, and then offer the right combination of products. And this is key, like, and the opportunity to make the money while they're at it, to be able to afford it long term. That's the two big things that you need to be doing. You need to be listening to what they need, listening to their goals, and then giving them the whole picture, the whole thing. So number one, we're going to listen first, and we're going to ask the right questions. So we leaders do not start by talking, they start by asking. If someone tells you they want to lose weight, do not say, "Oh, I've got GLPX. That's the greatest product in the world. It does this, 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 and this." That is like, again, assuming someone is in Home Depot and only needs the doors. You know, instead, ask open-ended questions. What's your biggest struggle? Do you struggle with hunger? Do you struggle with cravings? Do you struggle with gut health? Do you struggle with metabolism? What have you tried before? What else do you need besides weight loss? Do you need more energy? Do you need better digestion? Do you need, or do you have inflammation? That whole list of things that's in our boards, in our chat, go through that. Find out what their goals, what their needs are. Do you need a way to pay for it? And when you ask the right questions, you get the full picture. You might find out that their weight gain is tied to hormones, or their weight gain is tied to gut issues, or their weight gain is tied to stress, or maybe, their weight gain is tied to a financial struggle because of stress. If you ask the right questions, then you'll find out the big picture. But if you don't ask, you'll never know. So always ask questions and listen. Number two, don't just sell products, solve problems. The first guy in the story only sold doors. The second one helped the man get everything to build the whole house. So our goal isn't just to sell a product. It is to help people get results and get long-term results. So if someone says, "Oh, I need to lose, 15 pounds." Again, you could just sell them a bottle of GLPX, right? That's like been a go-to kind of. But what if that GLPX took 90 days and they only wanted to give it 30? What if it was tied to gut health, and then you could get them the gut products, and in 3 days they heal their gut and have a whole different life because you listen to the issue, you listen to the problem, and you help solve the problem of what they were dealing with. And instead of assuming, take a moment to explain their options. Lay it out for them so you can put value in what we have in order to solve the problem that they're coming to you with. So maybe they do need GLPX for their, that's going to help them with their appetite control. And that's got that whole list of stuff. And we've got the gut collection for gut issues. We've got the X Plus that's going to help with all that. The X Advance is, that's the go big, go home thing, and explain to them what all we have and how buying a bigger kit is going to give them a faster result and a bigger result and more overall result. So, and that's the thing too, you've got to set the expectations. That is one thing we have got to do. You have got to set the expectations that a 75 bottle of GLPX is not going to give them the results that a $500 X Plus is going to give them. It's not going to give them the overall results. It's not going to give them the fast results. It's not going to give them the feel good results. It's going to take a lot longer for a $75 bottle of GLPX. It will work. I mean, we are seeing it. It will work. But it depends on them. It depends on, are they an instant gratification type person like me? I would have never waited 90 days to see results. You need to find out these things, and you do that by listening and using your ears. And every single person that you talk to, again, you should be talking about this opportunity with everybody, because right now there is more of a financial stress on people, which is more than likely causing a lot of weight gain because of the raised cortisols. So they may not just need the weight loss, they may need an extra income, and you've got the answer to help with that too. Your job isn't to decide what they'll buy, it's to educate them on everything that can help them, and then let them decide. Don't decide for them. So that brings us to number 3. Don't make the decision for them. Give them options. This is where we go wrong so many times. We assume, oh, they probably don't have that much money, or, oh, they're probably just looking for one thing, or, oh, they probably can't take all that stuff. We make that decision. We assume those things. So what happens is we hold back because of our own insecurities, because of our own thoughts, because of our own decisions that we made for that person. People afford what they want. I'm going to tell you that right now. I do not care what the economy looks like. I don't care what the recession looks like. You go down the highway and you look at all the cars. A basic model Kia will get you from point A to point B. You can get one of those, I think, $12,000. They ain't those on the highway. People buy what they see value in. There is every kind of car known to man on that highway, because people see value in the bells and whistles. People see value in an electric window. People see value in seat warmers. So they're going to pay more for the things that they see value in. When you show them the value of what we have and how it will get them to their goals, people going to pay for what they find value in. And just look at the semaglutide market right now. Look at the market for these weight loss shots and how much people are spending out of pocket. I'm not talking about insurance. I'm talking about people spending between $300 and $1,200 a month out of their own pocket, out of their own budget for weight loss shots. So people are spending money on things that they find value in. You've just got to put the value in what you have. So again, you have got to listen to what people want, and not make a decision for them. So just imagine if that second guy had thought, well, he probably just wanted the doors, somebody else got the sale, have a good day, sir. I mean, my Lord, what would he have left on the table if he had not asked that simple question? What you building? That's it. That's all he asked. The same thing happens in Singular. If you don't offer somebody the right bundle because you assume that they won't buy it, then you're doing them a disservice. If you don't tell them about the business opportunity, they'll never have the option to change their financial situation because you decided they didn't need it. That's not your job to make the decision. Your job is to give them the information. So when you talk to people, don't pitch a product. Just say, tell me your goals. And based on what you told me, here's my recommendation. And then offer them the real recommendation. I mean, if they need to lose 40 pounds, if they have inflammation, if they are having digestive issues, hello, my recommendation is the X Advance with GLP-X. And you be okay with that. Because there's value in that for that person. It's going to give them the fast weight loss. It's going to help them with their digestion. It's going to get their gut healed so they can absorb the products better. It's going to help them with the inflammation. It's going to help them with the cravings, all the things. That's your recommendation. And it doesn't matter. Like, you can't make the decision that they can't afford it. They didn't even tell you what their budget was. They didn't even tell you what they could afford. You give them what your recommendation is based on their goals, and then let them decide. And then you can go down from there. Okay, well, if that's not going to work, tell me your order of priority. Is it the weight loss is the priority? The gut health is the priority? And then go back again. Ask those open-ended questions. And then tell them, put the value in the products and tell them. So you're not pushing anything on them. You're not pushing a big system on them. You're offering them a chance to make the choice to choose what's best for them. They are looking to you as the expert to tell them what they need and to tell them how to get to the goals that they just told you they needed. So number 4, build relationships with people. Don't just sell them a product. And again, we go back to our story. Just because he asked a question, he spent the rest of the day finding out the guy's needs, what he needed for his house, spent the whole day with him. He created a lifelong customer. He didn't just close a deal. And that's what you want to do with your customers and your partners. You don't want somebody to just
Did Melissa disappear, or is it just me?
Yeah, I think we lost her.
She's probably talking to herself because she thinks she's still on.
Ellie doesn't come and tag me. Ellie, I hope Ellie
That's
doesn't
hilarious.
I hope Ellie does.
Yeah, it said I'm the host now, so
Look at you being the host.
Yeah,
Wow.
you're just supposed to like go where she left off.
Pick up where she left off.
She was on a mission.
Pick it up.
So the goal is to build the house, okay, guys? Okay, lesson over.
You know
what?
You know what? Tabitha the other night, last Zoom we were on, she said something about that. She said, you know, if you present somebody the 4 walls and you have the 4 supports for your walls and you work on building that, people will not see this so much as like a pyramid thing. And I thought, wow, that really makes a lot of sense. So you're right. Build a house. Look for all the answers.
I'm back. I don't know
Oh,
what.
there you go.
Yay!
We figured
Take
a
my
bear
host
ran over your
privileges
internet.
away,
Sorry.
please.
I don't know what just happened. Okay.
A bear ran
Okay,
over your
I'm back.
internet.
Hang on, I'm gonna mute everybody again. Lord have mercy. I was on a roll too, y'all. I was like on a roll. I hope it doesn't do that again. That is crazy. So I don't know what in the world that did. Okay. So I think I was on point number 4 about build relationships. So again, that's what you want to do with Zingular. You don't want somebody just to buy a product and disappear. You want them to come back and keep ordering month after month and trust you enough to keep coming back and listen to your recommendations. So how do you do that? You follow up with them, you check in with them, you celebrate their wins, you make sure you know how they're doing, share tips, share recipes, put them in all of the groups. Be more than just a salesperson, be their go-to person. When they see you as someone who genuinely cares, they're going to keep coming back. And I can tell you, they can see through the BS. They can see through if you don't really care about them. So make sure that when you talk to them, it's genuine, that you're really trying to get to know them. And when you build that trust, it also makes it so much easier to introduce them to the business, because when they love the products and they see the results, they're naturally going to share with other people. And that's your chance to help them become partners. So the last thing is set realistic expectations. We've already talked about this, but I think it's important to do it as a point. So you want to make sure they know the difference between buying one bottle of GLP-X versus buying a Gut Collective versus buying a X bundle versus buying an X Plus versus buying an X Advanced, and what each thing will do and how they will get the results. So let's bring it all together, because I already talked about that. So my question is, are you just selling doors, or are you helping people build a whole house? So every single conversation that you have, you should listen first, ask questions to understand what they need, solve their problem. Don't just sell a product, offer a real solution that will solve the whole picture problem. Give options. Let them decide what's best. You make your recommendation based on solving the problems that you listen to and based on what they need, and then let them decide, and then build that relationship. Be someone that they trust and they keep coming back to. Love your people, and then set those expectations and help them get the best results and see the whole picture and the whole opportunity. So if you do this, you're going to change lives. You're not just going to be a salesman. You're not just going to be a GLPX pusher or a clear protein pusher. You're going to change lives. And that's how you build a huge, long-lasting, singular empire. So you got to open your ears and you got to listen. That's the very first thing. Don't assume. You know what assume means. Don't assume. Listen to people. So that's what I got for you tonight. Sorry about my Zoom going crazy. So has anybody got anything? Has anybody got anything exciting that happened this week? Or I know we've got some couple of people that have earned their X5s this week. And I know we've got a lot more that are going to. A lot of people got bonuses today unexpectedly. Who got a bonus today? Anybody get a bonus today? Karen got a bonus today. Who else got a bonus? I don't see somebody down here. I can't see down there. Who is that? Tabitha got a bonus today. I got a bonus. I was like, where did that come from? So X5 bonuses went out. They didn't wait until the 25th. So I was like, whoa. That was nice. All right. Does anybody got anything that's working that they want to offer up? Corey got an enrollment.
Mama Bear, Tammy asked the question, what do you do when you give your recommendation and they ghost you? I have that question.
You keep following up. Keep following up. They're looking. They may be ghosting you, but they're watching you. You just keep loving on them. Just keep loving on them. Are you talking about customers or prospects or both?
Prospects. So like if you like talk to them, they reach out and you tell them, like I usually give them like my top 3 recommendations, and then they're like gone. They're like didn't say anything.
Yeah.
So you know it had to been like sticker shock. So then I usually reach back out with like, you know, hey, you know, do you have a budget that I could work with? You know, and I tell them about Klarna and stuff. And I've been trying now to use the app and put something in there to see if they're looking, at least.
I'd still follow. You never stop following up, if they ghost you or not. You follow up until they buy or die. Because it usually takes people 7 to 12 times to hear something or see something, and just keep bringing back. That's why the first thing you do before you talk about anything, and why it's so important to get people in chats, is because you've got to find out what they need. So that way, when they ghost you, you can say, hey, did you find something to lose those 40 pounds? Find something else to lose those? But you keep bringing back their ailments, you know, what their trigger points are. You know, did you find something to help you with that joint pain? You know, are you still, you know, and then that way it keeps bringing that to mind, that you've got something that's going to solve the problem that they told you that they had. So I always use what they tell me back in their face, always, because they would have never told you they needed it. So they need what you have. It just may not be their time today, you know, but that's why you got to keep following up and following up and following up and following up. You know, your job's not to yes or no, doesn't matter. Ghosting doesn't matter. That it doesn't matter. And Kendra, the best line ever in 10 years. You are not bugging them. You're trying to bless them. She said that, and years ago, and I have never forgot it. And that's exactly what we do. We don't bug people. They came to us. They told us they needed something. So we're just trying to bless them with the answer. That's it. You know, you came to me, you said you needed 40 pounds, you had inflammation, your joints hurt, you know, needed energy, you wasn't sleeping. You came to me and told me these things. I'm just trying to bless you, honey. I'm just trying to get you what you need to help you with the things that you told me you needed. So.
Okay, well, I'm not doing anything wrong, man. I'm just
not their time. Just not their time. You just keep them on your list and just keep moving on. Put them on your list. Don't stop though. Does that answer your question too, JoJo? Okay, good. Anybody else? Well, hey, everybody that joined late and I didn't get to say hello. Hi. All right. Well, let's go ahead and close it out. I'm going to declare Ephesians 3:20 over all of you. God is going to do exceedingly and abundantly more than we can think or ask, because we honor him. His blessings are going to chase us down and overtake us. You are in the right place at the right time, and I declare a boldness to rise up in you. God is going to open supernatural doors. People are going to seek us out, and we are going to rise in the ranks because we give him the honor and glory for it. Love you guys so much.
Thank you.
Bye.